African resistance to colonization did not begin after Europe arrived. It began the moment Europe tried to enter. The idea that Africa was taken easily is one of the greatest lies ever taught in classrooms. Africa was not empty land, it was not lawless. It was not waiting to be discovered. Africa was organized, governed, armed, and aware. Europe did not arrive as teachers or helpers. Europe arrived as invaders, and Africans fought back immediately. From the very first contact, African societies resisted European control through warfare, diplomacy, and cultural defense. Kingdoms like the Asante, the Zulu, the Sokoto Caliphate, the Ethiopian Empire, and many others did not surrender quietly. They mobilized armies, formed alliances, and adapted to European tactics. Leaders like Samori Touré fought the French for over 16 years, constantly changing strategies and relocating arms factories. The Zulu defeated the British at Isandlwana, delivering one of the most shocking military defeats the British Empire ever suffered. Ethiopia defeated Italy at the Battle of Adwa in 1896, proving to the world that Europeans were not invincible. So why does history say Africa did not resist? Because admitting African resistance exposes the truth about colonization. Colonization was not civilization. It was not development. It was an economic project built on land theft, forced labor, cultural destruction, and mass violence. When Africans resisted, they were labeled rebels. When Europeans massacred villages, it was called order. This language was deliberate. It protected empire and criminalized self-defense. In places like the Congo, millions died under forced labor and terror policies designed to extract rubber and resources. In East Africa, the German response to the Maji-Maji resistance caused mass starvation and death. These were not accidents, these were systems. Missionaries and schools often worked alongside soldiers, not to uplift Africans, but to erase identity and train obedience. African spirituality was demonized, languages were suppressed, and history was rewritten. African resistance is minimized because it destroys the moral justification for empire. If Africa fought back, then Europe was not saving anyone. If Africa had leaders, laws, and armies, then colonization was not necessary. That is why African rulers are called tribal chiefs, while European invaders are called explorers. That is why African defense is framed as chaos, while European violence is framed as authority. African resistance did not fail because it was weak. It was overwhelmed by industrial weapons, global finance, and international alliances. And even then, it never fully ended. Resistance continued through independence movements, cultural survival, and the refusal to forget. The fact that Africa still exists today is proof that colonization never completely succeeded. African resistance was intelligent, it was organized, it was justified. Africa was not conquered because it was inferior. Africa was attacked because it was